Welcome. Today I'm going to share one really simple shift that you can do that's going to change the way that your body metabolizes food, the way it stabilizes blood sugar. This simple tip is going to help promote restful sleep. It's going to help balance your weight. It's going to help your body detoxify, and it's going to help your body repair tissue. And that is simply by changing the time that you eat food. You don't even have to change the meal because sometimes we can eat meals at different times of the day and it's going to have a completely different impact on glucose levels, on metabolism, and how your body stores food. So this one simple tip, I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to explain it from an Eastern medicine standpoint, as well as explaining some of the studies from Western as well. So the timing that you eat, namely eating your food earlier in the day. So eating with your circadian rhythm, eating when it's light out, eating in the morning is the number one little tiny tip that you can do versus eating late at night. So when we eat foods and we consume foods in the evening, so after 6, 7 o'clock or closer to the time we go to bed, your body is going to metabolize that and have a higher glucose spike no matter what type of food you're eating than in the morning. So if you eat carbs in the morning and you have carbs at night, you're going to have a higher glucose spike, same meal in the evening. If you eat high protein in the evening and in the morning, you're going to have a higher glucose spike in the evening. Your body needs fuel to get through the day. So we need the food to give us energy. That's the way that we basically get up and go, the way we think when whatever activities that we're doing, your body needs fuel for that, and that comes from the food that we eat. And so eating in the morning is, when you think about it, if you're getting up and going on with your day, eating in the morning is giving your body the fuel to get through the day. In Eastern medicine, the spleen and stomach systems are associated with our digestive system. We have an internal clock. Of each time of the day is associated with a different organ in Chinese medicine. And the 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. time is related to the spleen and stomach system. That's when that system is at its best, its peak. That is when it's heightened. So if we eat between 7 and 9 in the morning, our body's already primed to digest the food. It's going to help to transform it into usable energy, what we call qi and blood in Eastern medicine. When we're eating heavier meals at this time of the day, it seems to process them better. We metabolize them better. If you eat in the evening, that is not the time that we are supposed to be doing our work and digesting. It's actually time we're supposed to be prepping to go to bed. This is more yin time. This time in the night is where we detoxify, where we regenerate our system, where we repair tissue. And if we eat late at night, your body is now taking energy that it was going to use for repairing tissue and for detoxifying, and now having to digest food. So it's like you have a big task that you're supposed to do in a day, and you planned your day. I'm gonna do this task and it's gonna be great. And then all of a sudden something comes in and sideswipe you. You can't get to that task, even though it's really important. It's kind of what eating at night does. So we say it disrupts the yin yang balance in Eastern medicine. It also, because sometimes we're not burning through the food, when we eat late at night, it kind of sits there and it doesn't actually properly digest. And so this can lead to what we call dampness or phlegm in Eastern medicine. And this can contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, metabolic imbalances. We don't actually digest and absorb our food. So glucose regulation can be impacted by this as well. And like I said, there's a time of day for each organ system. That time at night between 1 and 3 a.m. is the liver qi time, or the liver system time. And that liver needs to build blood, it needs to detoxify, it needs to basically do all the things that livers do. We have a dog here who is barking right now. So when we're eating late at night, we're disrupting that liver qi. And so liver qi, when it stagnates because we've been eating late at night, we have a lot of dogs going on here. I'm going to pause and come right back after the dog barking. So when you're eating between in the evening and your body's just trying to digest food, it creates a stagnation in the body. When this liver qi is stagnated, first of all, we see this a lot when we have high stress in our life, high tension, storage of tension in our shoulders, the occipital region here. We get headaches sometimes that wrap around the sides. If you're waking up between this time, sometimes it's because you're getting a cortisol spike from high stress, or your body's not able to get into that deeply restful state. If you're irritable a lot, if you're getting irregular periods or painful periods, this can be a sign of this liver qi being stagnated. I'm not getting into the whole liver system, but that's just a little preview of what it can show up as. And so we really want to, if we're aligning with this yin and yang time of the day in Eastern medicine, it's constantly flowing from one into the other. When the sun comes up, our yang energy rises, our cortisol rises, our body's primed to get things done and to start, our energy rises basically, and we're going to move through the day. That's when we're optimally eating food, digesting, working. And then as the peak of day starts to decline, all our sleep hormones are getting activated, we're starting to wind down, and this is where we go into the yin time, where we're going to start to rest and digest and repair tissue. And so that's why we really want to work with the sun, with the circadian rhythm. And when you consume this way, when you consume your meals, eating more of your food, all your food earlier in the day, stacking it, finishing eating, ideally, for sure by 6 o'clock if you're going to bed, average at 10 o'clock. But even earlier, I find for a lot of women when they're not able to manage their weight, they're feeling like they're getting these insulin spikes and just that weight that just feels like it's not budging. Just doing a little bit of intermittent fasting, but not super long, eating in the morning, finishing eating around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and letting your body rest. Your body will start to operate a little bit more like a well-oiled machine. It's very easy often to drop a bit of weight, shed some of that heaviness and that congestion around your middle in particular. And so this is just a super simple tip that you can try, eating earlier. And there's I'm going to put a lot of the studies in there from a Western standpoint if you're interested in that. And if you're interested in the Chinese medicine, I have my gut course and I have some other little tips for promoting healthy digestion. And I'll put those in the chat, in the comments as well. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a beautiful day or evening.